So I'm going to talk about Unilever, which is familiar to most people because of the household products it sells. Things like Hellmann's mayonnaise, Persil detergent, and Dove soap. I think the interesting thing about them is when we in the UK picture their products, we picture them on the shelves in Tesco or Asda. But in reality, the bulk of their volume is sold to low-income consumers in developing markets, where it's sold in small serve, single sachets, things like individual stock cubes or small soap bars. And the really interesting thing is that those products are sold on higher margins than the ones we see on the shelves at Tesco. Well, Unilever started selling the world's first packaged soap in 1885 under the Sunlight brand. They still sell the Sunlight brand today, but of course their portfolio has widened out to many household products that make all of our lives easier, simpler, healthier, and more hygienic. The really incredible thing, I think, about Unilever is it's able to do that for high-income consumers like ourselves, but is also able to make those products available to low-income consumers in developing markets at a price point that they can afford. 60% of Unilever's revenue comes from developing markets, so primarily lower income consumers. Those consumers don't actually buy much Unilever product. There's just a lot of them. There's a lot of people out there. And what's exciting for Unilever is that means that the runway for growth is very long, because as these people become more wealthy, they will spend more on these kind of products. So if we think about laundry, for example, today a typical consumer in India might buy a small laundry bar of soap when they can afford it and use it very sparingly. As their income grows, they will use it with more frequency, and eventually, hopefully, they can buy a washing machine, at which point they'll start to use powder. And then over time, they'll use liquid, and then they'll use tablets. And so you can see that through time, the frequency of use and the price point of the product that they use is going to grow. And so we think that that means that the runway for growth for Unilever's developed market business is very long, and it extends over decades. We are pretty enamored by their developing market franchise, and indeed it's a business with many quality attributes. But what's exciting today about Unilever is it's out of favour, and I think it's out of favour for two reasons. One is it's not AI and it's not technology, and that's what's driving the stock market at the moment. The second thing is it's been underperforming its potential for quite a few years, and we think that's because it's been badly managed. So we're very excited by the amount of management change that's taken place in the last couple of years. We have a new CEO who we think very highly of in Heinz Schumacher. We have a new CFO, Fernando Fernandez, whose track record within Unilever is fantastic. And finally, we have a new chairman, Ian Meakin, who was responsible for the turnaround of Wolseley, which is now Ferguson, post the credit crisis. And so we're very excited to see what this management team can do at Unilever.